Police believe the dramatic collapse of a motorway bridge on the busy M20 in Kent was triggered when a lorry collided with it. The concrete pedestrian footway fell on top of two lorries, but no one was badly hurt. A motorcyclist suffered minor injuries. Well, the motorway, a key route towards Folkestone, Dover and the English Channel crossings, will remain closed until at least midday tomorrow. Sky's Rhiannon Mills reports.
With its roof torn open and tons of concrete and metal now lying on top, this lorry took the main hit as the bridge collapsed, leaving hundreds of cars queuing on the M20 on one of the busiest weekends for our road network. Motorists who'd been travelling close behind got out and filmed as emergency services arrived. Fire engines stopping any traffic on the eastbound carriageway close to Maidstone in Kent as an air ambulance tried to land to help those on the other side.
What we can see right now is two trucks squashed by this bridge, and emergency services are on the scene and treating, from what I can see, one person. And there's quite a lot of people also just walking around on the motorway, quite not knowing what's happening, basically. But the side that I'm on, the bridge is still sort of hanging, so obviously all the traffic's been stopped, and yeah, so it's all kind of a bit shocking.
Police confirmed that a motorcyclist in their 50s was injured and is now being treated in hospital for suspected broken ribs. They believe the pedestrian bridge was hit by a lorry before it split in two, but haven't identified which of these two vehicles may have been involved. Emergency services declared it a major incident as officers surveyed the crash scene and decided how to make the remaining part of the bridge safe.
We're waiting for the structural engineers to come out. And as soon as they've come out, they'll assess the damage and they'll know whether or not, as you rightly say, whether the whole thing needs to come down or whether you can stabilise one element of it, or indeed whether it can be repaired temporarily.
This is a busy route for travellers heading to the Port of Dover and the Channel Tunnel. To try and clear some of the holiday traffic, cars were turned round using the hard shoulder to get on their way. The Highways Agency have warned it will remain closed until at least midday on Sunday. Rhiannon Mills, Sky News.
Well, let's go live to Sky's Richard Suchet, who's close to the scene. And Richard, what more can you tell us about what could have happened there?
Well, as you can see, there is a real mess here on the M20. Just step out of shot so you can take a closer look. There is debris all over the road, and what you can see there is insulation foam from the inside of that trailer, which has been crushed by the falling bridge. And we understand that lorry was carrying cupcakes, and just out of shot there are cakes sprawled all over the road. You can see a second vehicle there with a hydraulic plant on top, just poking out from the top there. You can see, and we think that there might have been another vehicle on the back of that lorry, and that perhaps that is what clipped the bridge and brought it down. It was initially thought that perhaps this bridge had fallen because of some kind of fatigue or perhaps some kind of degradation in the concrete, but in the end it appears that it has been an impact, a heavy impact, that has caused this bridge to come down. The motorbike under the bridge there that you can see, the rider of that motorbike is in hospital with injuries, broken ribs we believe, but that is the only reported injury from this incident. And frankly, considering the weight of traffic on the roads today on this bank holiday weekend, that is quite miraculous, especially when you see how close that bridge came to crushing the cab of that lorry there. This is bank holiday weekend. This is a major trunk road to the Port of Dover, to the Channel Tunnel, and as I say, the fact that nobody else was injured is absolutely remarkable. A little bit earlier we spoke to Calpin Fitzpatrick, who witnessed the aftermath of this major incident, and this is what she described. OK, we don't have that Calpin Fitzpatrick interview just for the moment, but let me tell you, the work here on the M20 is still very much ongoing. It's in control, the scene is in control of the police at the moment. Accident investigators are still trying to piece together what happened and gather evidence. to try and ensure that something like this doesn't happen again. Once they have concluded their investigation, they'll have to bring in a heavy crane to remove that bit of the bridge from the trailer there, and that bit of the bridge is crossing 3 lanes of motorway on the Kent-bound side, I beg your pardon, on the London-bound side, and also a lane on the Kent-bound side as well. That crane will have to be brought in. Then the fire brigade have to secure the bridge on the other side of the road to make sure it's safe enough for Highways England to move in, to demolish that bridge and to remove it. So there is an awful lot of work to do. The official word is that this road will be reopened by about midday tomorrow, but certainly the people working on site here think that that is extremely optimistic, and that we are looking at a couple of days before this motorway can be reopened. But as I say, the fact that there's only been one injury and an incident like this is quite remarkable.